of its investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while Secretary of State, and it says Clinton couldn't give answers to a number of key questions.
Clinton could not recall when she first received her security clearance. Clinton could not recall how often she used this classification authority. Clinton could not give an example how classification of a document was determined. Clinton could not recall a specific process for nominating a partner for a building.
With more detail on this FBI report, we need our correspondent Callum Mopen.
It's 47 pages long, and it shows the investigation that the FBI did of Hillary Clinton's use of her personal emails for private servers, specifically using personal emails for classified government information. As you look through the documents, one of the interesting things that comes out is that 13 different devices were used by Clinton, and that when she finished with one device, her staffers admitted to breaking them in half and breaking them and smashing them with hammers after she was finished using them. Throughout her interviews with the FBI, which were transcribed in the documents that were released, repeatedly Hillary Clinton attempted to shift the blame away from herself and onto her staffers. She repeatedly said that she was taking direction or advice from the people who were working for her, and that that's why she chose to do whatever it was that she did. Also, interestingly, Hillary Clinton, throughout the process, has repeated some of the things that critics have pointed to as just blatant lies. Her critics say that she blatantly lied in her testimony to the U.S. Congress about what she did as Secretary of State.
There was nothing marked classified on my emails, either sent or received.
Secretary Clinton said she never sent or received any classified information over her private email. Was that true?
Our investigation found that there was classified information sent.
So it was not true.
Did someone physically look at the 62,000 emails, or did you use search terms, date parameters? I want to know the specifics.
They did all of that. They also went through every single email.
The lawyers doing the sorting for Secretary Clinton in 2014 did not individually read the content of all of her emails.
I provided the department, which has been providing you with all of my work-related emails, all that I had, approximately 55,000 pages.
Thousands that were not returned.
Secretary Clinton said neither she nor anyone else deleted work-related emails from her personal account. Was that true?
There's no doubt that there were work-related emails that were removed electronically from the email system.
Now, a lot of what was released in the FBI report, a lot of the 47 pages that came out, was actually redacted from the report, blacked out, and remains classified. Now, critics and observers are saying that it's possible that something much more sinister or much more serious may have taken place due to the fact that so much is still not available to the public.
Clinton also blamed her inability to give answers on a concussion she'd suffered while she was Secretary of State. She said that it prevented her from remembering every briefing she'd received on handling sensitive information. Some analysts say that's a smart move.
You can't be talking of perjury if you can't recall. And of course, there must be some things you can't recall. But it's interesting she can't recall all the really key stuff. And she blames them on her fall, which was a serious brain injury. But again, is that having an effect today? I mean, shouldn't she have a neurological exam? Shouldn't we hear about what's actually wrong with her? There's certainly people within the government, the Obama administration, I'm sure within the FBI, that doesn't actually want everybody to know this, so they feel they have to release some of it. But just the fact that they're releasing it on a Friday afternoon before Labor Day indicates they don't want massive press attention.
Something legally is being protected. When you give depositions like that, you usually don't make that phrase unless there's a reason to protect someone or something. So they would have to turn out more information to really prosecute her any further. Another interesting thing is, you don't destroy mobile devices in these kinds of situations unless there's something on them that needs to be destroyed.
The Democratic Party faces yet another scandal, too, of a more leaked document. This time, a recently published memo shows that her party strategist told officials how to deal with the Black Lives Matter movement, referring to them as radical.
Presidential candidates have struggled to respond to tactics of the Black Lives Matter movement. Candidates and campaign staff should be prepared. It is important to let activists know the campaign wants to engage in an open dialogue. Do not say all lives matter, nor mention black-on-black crime. What to say to media or activists? A history of systemic racism continues to confront the daily lives of African Americans. The country must look for ways to address this legacy and make sure African Americans feel they are treated with fairness and dignity.
Black Lives Matter responded to the leaked document, saying they're disappointed the government is trying to handle them, not listen to them. Nearly we got some more reaction from some of those activists.
Kind of figured and planned for these types of things to happen, these secret files to be shared, and this sort of COINTELPRO tactics to be taken with our activities. And so we weren't incredibly surprised. I think we were disappointed in the nature of the document. For me personally, I felt like it was very dehumanizing. You know, it was very much a kind of business model way of dealing with clients.
We're not betrayed by it because we were never invested in it in the first place. So it again kind of affirms the position that we've always had, that we cannot expect them to advocate for our interests in any real way. And that's what that memo shows is, you know, pay lip service. So the memo says meet with a few of them. Don't anger them, but also don't give them anything.
Focus next on the ongoing row in Europe over what Muslim